Hi, my name is Idris, and I want to welcome you in our today's episode. Today, we have something, as usual, very interesting. I call it very interesting. And we want to walk you through two tips, especially for starters, and even those that have already started um, these tools in business. Probably our case study can be two operations. You're doing safaris, you're doing tours, you're in travel. And we want to guide you on how you can effectively grow. As a sole entrepreneur, we've highlighted at least 10 key things that you should be able to do by yourself. Make sure you learn them. It is very important. Otherwise, it is impossible for you to be running to either consultants, hiring people to do these things. There are so many things, but we feel at least if you want to grow, make sure you at least learn and be able to do these 10 things by yourself. It's very important. Number one, website editing. As we all know, going online is very important in our tourism businesses. So be able to have that basic knowledge on how you can publish an article in your website, how you can upload an image, how you can make simple edits, you can add a page. It will help you to grow. Remember, online presence or visibility in your business is very important. So not every time you have to run to a consultant. Be able to change something within your website. Number two, managing your social media platforms. As we all know, we've got Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, name it. Be able to manage these social media platforms. At least write something. Share an image on those social media platforms. And think of a social media calendar. What to post on a Monday, what to post on a Tuesday, what to post on a Wednesday. Name it. It's very key. You don't have to find someone or hire someone to do that for you. Number three is working with newsletters, especially the email marketing campaigns. It is very important. Be able to draw a newsletter. Think of anything that you can, because this is an effective way of marketing yourself using an email marketing strategy. So if you can draw a basic newsletter, draw it very well, have a very good audience, then send it out. If you can do that for yourself, trust me, you will grow. And number four, we're looking at costing an itinerary. Be able to cost an itinerary. Do it by yourself. I know these items that we're trying to highlight for you, it doesn't mean that you're going to work alone. No. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have people probably working in office to do this for you. But be able to do costing of an itinerary by yourself. If you don't know, learn how to do it by yourself. You have an inquiry, pick a pen, a piece of paper, be able to work it out very fast. And five, developing an itinerary. Actually, this should come first. Before you learn costing, you must perfect in itinerary construction. So be able to learn itinerary construction. Don't call people, do for me these 4 days, do for me these 6 days. Expenses will choke you. Consultants will always ask for money anyway. But if you learn to draw a perfect itinerary, that will be very good for you. Content generation is another thing. Are you able to sit down and think of what users probably intend to search to find your website? Can you write it? If you can write it, remember you learned about editing your website? Can you put it in your website? You can grow your websites over a period of time when you know content generation and you know website editing. Website editing, we're looking at basic, adding a page, adding a post, adding an image, and publishing them. That's very important. And in content generation also, we're looking at, you can draw your company presentation. You can draw a destination presentation because you're able to collect and patch up together pieces of information together. The other thing we're looking at is good writing skills. Are you able to write an email very well? Are you able to write a letter very well? So if you don't know this, for example, tomorrow you may need to write a letter to a particular authority to ask for complimentary passes. Are you able to write to the executive director of a certain organization, name it, Uganda Wildlife Authority or Rwanda Development Board, asking for a complimentary? Can you put it well? Learn how to write these letters. They will help you probably grow your tourism business or your tour company. The other thing is basic photo editing and video editing. It is very important. Remember, you're working on social media, you're able to edit your video, you can cut it, you can add something, you can make it sharp, all those. If you can know how to edit your photos, to caption your photos, probably using Canva, these are basic skills. You're not going to spend a lot. Anytime you want to do something for your social handles, for your company presentation or anything like that, you don't have to draw something that is too sophisticated, as long as you convey the message, but it has to be looking nice. So learn basic photo and video editing. The other thing that, remember these are 10, we're on 9, interpreting your Google Analytics. Now, here we have a very big concern. If you can interpret your Google Analytics, how your website really performs online, this is very important. It will help you grow. You're able to look at your statistics of the website at the end of the month, see how many visitors are coming in, from which countries are they coming in, how much time are they spending, how are they finding your website, what's your bounce rate. If you can interpret those basics, you will ideally understand the direction of your website and you will be able to grow online. And lastly, selling effectively. If you don't know how to sell effectively, you learn negotiation skills. I'll give you an example. You can be selling to a client one itinerary and they're all staying at one property. But someone who knows to sell and with negotiation skills will probably pick a call to that property. And he or she will ask for better rates anyway. Leave alone the special tour operator rates. But again, so selling effectively should be part of you. And if you don't know how to sell effectively, things like percentage markups, handling fees, all that, you must feel them. So those are the 10 tips that we're here to share with you today. But that aside, we've said that if you learn all this and you're going to do them by yourself, please don't work alone. Always get a team. You can, probably you're a startup, work with your wife. Find someone to work with. You have one head and two hands. You cannot be the same person going to the bank. You cannot be the same person going to Uganda Wildlife Authority. You can't be the same person going to Entebbe Airport. You can't be the same person. I have seen colleagues, he's everything. He's operations, he's finance, he's a product manager, he does everything. It is absolutely no. And for the good of your company, tomorrow you can be on a sick bed for 2 weeks. So how will your company survive? So learn how to work with a team. And an effective team, make sure you delegate them tasks. They will learn. Make sure they are creative. Over time, you'll ask me a question that you don't have the money to pay the team. No, over time, company grows with human resource. If you have a brilliant team, If you're able to delegate them tasks, make them innovative, have an environment where they can all think for the company, trust me, next day you're growing. So with those few tips that we've shared with you, I hope they have been very useful, and we can't wait to see you in our next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.